Hi everyone. Struggling fighting an empire, or maybe you already have a death mark from Jabba the Hutt? It's not a great deal, because today we'll talk about the best meta build in Star Wars Outlaws to become the most infamous outlaw in the Outer Rim. And we'll start with the sets. For this build you will need several sets, and there are quite a lot of sets in the game currently. Currently we're playing the default standard version of the game. There are no DLCs yet. DLCs will come in the next months, maybe in 2 months. Next 2 months we will get first DLC, something like that, with Lando Calrissian new storyline. So currently we have a lot of sets, but we need only 3 sets for this build. And some of the sets are locked behind reputation system. It's a system in Star Wars Outlaw when you need to play through the different syndicates and cartels quests to level up these syndicates and cartels reputation to unlock new sets. So for this build you will need to raise your reputation till the max level, excellent level, with Crimson Dawn syndicate to get these 3 pieces of items and this very strong memento. And also you will need to level up your reputation till the max level with Ashiga clan. So when you will have opportunity to betray Pike Syndicate or Hutt Cartel to please Crimson Dawn Ashiga clan, surely do this to unlock this set as soon as possible. So you need to work with Lady Qi'ra and with Ashiga clan mother to level up its reputation as fast as possible to unlock the best sets in the game. And another set you will need for this build is Outlaw set. Outlaw set is the easiest set to get in the game, because it's a set you will simply get from completing main storyline. You don't even need to complete the whole storyline of the game, you just need to recruit 3 members of your team. I won't spoil who they are, but you can do that. You can recruit them in any possible order, it doesn't matter. So every time you recruit new member, you only need to recruit 3 members of your team. You don't need to complete the whole storyline. From these delivery crates, you will get new pieces of outlaw gear. So this is how you will unlock this wonderful set. You can see how it looks like. It looks like really nice, and also it's the best currently set in the game. Remind me, like, we've got Thor set from Assassin's Creed Valhalla after completing everything in the game, killing everyone from Ancient Order, etc., etc. So about builds, at first we will talk about gear. Our main gear, our main set we will use most of the time will be Outlaw gear. It deals more damage and regenerates health over time while at full adrenaline. So adrenaline is our ultimate we are using all the time to one-shot most of the enemies, and later in the game when you will unlock all the skills in the game, you will have an opportunity to one-shot every single enemy, even high-tier enemies with shields, with a lot of armor, even Zerg Bash, strong, heavy enemies. You will simply one-shot everything and everyone in the game. Maybe except for Rancor, but Rancor is, if you remember from Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett series, it's quite a big guy, quite a difficult enemies to literally one-shot him. So what this set does, like I already told you, it's giving you it's dealing much more damage and keeping you alive with generation your health when you have full adrenaline. So we need something to get our adrenaline as fast as possible. Also about additional perks on this set, we gain adrenaline when Nix successfully performs risky actions. It doesn't matter what Nix is doing. He can steal something, he can, for example, destroy the alarms, etc., or distract the guards. Everything Nix is doing, almost everything, will give you additional adrenaline and quite a lot of adrenaline. And as I already told you, adrenaline is the main currency, main stat for you to use your super, to use your ultimate. Your ultimate is based only on adrenaline. And also it's gaining your adrenaline in this set over time while you simply in combat. So you're simply just fighting or sitting behind the cover, you will get passively adrenaline. Also, in addition to that, belt will increase your adrenaline gain from defeating enemies. from just any defeat, any types of defeating. It can be stealth defeats, or if you're defeating enemies with your blaster, it doesn't really matter. You will get adrenaline all the time when you slay your enemies. And also swapping blaster models now triggers the super cooled state. This also helps you a lot. You will also see from our skills, from our passives, we will also change these super cooled states to get a lot of adrenaline every time we swap models. And when we super cool also our blaster, will also get additional adrenaline, so we'll have this cycle of super cooling all the time and getting much more adrenaline, so we can use our ultimate all the time, and we can simply just skip reloading or super cooling process in the game. And also it greatly slows adrenaline loss over time, and additionally gain a huge shot of adrenaline when using Bacta vials. It's our medkits or health items we use to heal our character. In terms of food for our Nyx, one of the best food is Qi'ra, if I pronounce this correctly, that's helping our little friend Nyx kick grenades away from our main character K. It's very helpful because grenades doing a lot of damage, and Nyx will simply just throw away all the grenades, almost all the grenades. As I've seen in my playthrough, Nyx is simply just throwing all the grenades away from me, and I'm not getting damage from explosions, so we can skip some of our materials and not upgrade passive to that's reducing damage from explosives. And now we need to talk about different charms or glyphs, call them whatever you want. In this game it's charms, but by the way it's glyphs from all other games. In terms of charms, we're using Overgrown Ember Stone that increasing our health, and also gaining a surge of adrenaline when losing a significant amount of health, also helping us a lot to survive through the different situations, and also giving us additional adrenaline, so we can simply just use our our ultimate all the time. In terms of minor charms, you will unlock 4 slots for your minor charms through the main storyline. You simply need to go through the main storyline to unlock all the 4 slots for your charms. At the beginning of the game, if I remember correctly, you will have only 1 slot for major charm, and after that you will unlock additional 4 charms through the records in all your team members. But still, you don't need to complete all the storylines to get everything from this build. You just need to complete something like 70% of the story. Still, the story is very interesting, especially if you watched Han Solo movie. It's almost the continuation of the story from Han Solo, especially Lady Qi'ra storyline. So, in terms of minor charm, we're using Crimson Dawn Crest that increases ability to avoid detection, because in this game there are lots of missions when you need to play stealthy and you simply can't be detected. If you are detected through these missions, you will simply fail these missions. So you need to play stealthy through some missions, and it's quite difficult missions. So we need this minor charm that will help us to play through these missions. And also, we are using Ashiga Clan Crest, also from the highest reputation, excellent reputation from Ashiga Clan. This restores some health on melee takedowns or finishers. What does this mean? When you are low on health, you can either kill any enemy with your melee. It takes something like 3 melee shots to kill any enemy to restore your health. Or you can, if you are playing stealthy, if you prefer playing stealthy, you can just simply take down with stealth takedowns your enemies, and you will also heal yourself for quite a lot amount of health. It can save you in a very big amount of situations. Also, we're using Glyph Stones. It increases adrenaline gain on hits with K's blaster, so we'll get even more adrenaline to use our adrenaline shot all the time. And also we're using minor charm Sunset Pebble that increases adrenaline gain when detected by enemies, because in a lot of situations you will start your fight with being undetected, with being stealthy, and in the beginning of every fight, when enemy only detect you, you will get a lot of adrenaline from simply just being detected by enemies. So it works in simply every single fight in the game. Even when if you are not playing stealthy, if you are just starting the fight, game still thinks that lets your enemies detect you, and you will get adrenaline anyway. By the way, it's a flex spot, so you can swap Sunset Pebble to any other charm. One of the very good opportunities, also alternatives, also whether it's a Seashell charm. That's also increasing chance to avoid getting shot while sprinting or sliding. You simply can slide all the way and in this with sliding simply just avoid getting shot. It's also very strong charm. Or something like a Hard Cartel Crest reduces damage taken from melee attacks if you already maxed your Hard Cartel reputation. But I can't say that melee damage is something very strong in this game, so I prefer using Sunset Pebble, or if you don't want, you can also swap to Aurora's Snowflake Pin. It's also giving you a chance not to consume back to Wiles on use, or something like Chew Toy that gain more adrenaline when defeating an enemy distracted by Nyx with a stealth takedown. Again, it's a flex spot, so you can use whatever you want, but I highly suggest you Sunset Pebble for getting even more adrenaline. In some missions, if you think that it's difficult for you to keep stealthy and if you want to play stealthy, you can swap to wonderful set from Lady Qi'ra, Crimson Dawn set. Let me equip this whole set, and we will talk about why the set is the best for stealth. You can still play stealthy in Outlaws set, but if you struggle in fighting stealthy, you keep everything the same, all the charms, all the food, everything, but you swap to Crimson Dawn set. This is why I've been talking to you that you need to. I've been telling that you need to level up your reputation with Crimson Dawn till the excellent reputation. Not only for the charm, Crimson Dawn charm, but also to unlock the set. It's not difficult. You're just doing several contracts to level up your reputation from beginning of the excellent mark till the to fulfill the whole excellent mark of reputation to unlock the set. So it's not a big amount of time, but you will get also very strong set. Why the set is the best for stealth? Because this set, by the way, is giving you two very strong benefits. Enemies caught within a smoke bomb now recharge stun shot, and stun shot helps you to one-shot every single enemy. And smoke bombs keep helping you to lose your aggro and to survive almost everything. It's the same strong like it was in Assassin's Creed games from Assassin's Creed, if I remember, 1 till the Assassin's Creed Syndicate, when smoke bomb was a meta item in the game that simply just nuked everything in the game and helped you in every situation. Especially it was very strong in Black Flag, where without smoke bomb you will simply just die quite often, and with smoke bomb you simply just like hurricane just coming through the whole bases and everything, and simply just wiping everything with a one-shot attack. So Crimson Dawn set, Crimson Rain set, helping you to recharge your stun shots. That's helping you to one-shot enemies, as I already told you, and also hitting an enemy with a stun shot resets the cooldown of a smoke bomb. So you will have this cycle of using stun shot and smoke bombs against stun shot and smoke bombs. So you will simply just one-shot everyone and everything, and also avoid everything with the smoke bombs. That also will help you to keep your character, to keep stealthy opportunities all the time, because it will help you to hide from the enemies. And also in terms of different additional stats from the sets, you will gain a large amount of adrenaline when performing stealth takedowns. Again, it's a stealth set, so yeah, it's helping you to play stealthy all the time, and in some critical situations when you will be detected by the enemies, it will help you to recharge your adrenaline with stealth takedowns and to use your adrenaline, to use your ultimate to kill all the enemies that detected you and to keep being stealthy. And also increasing ability to avoid detection. Also, its stealth takedown restores some health, increases grenade carrying capacity for some situations when you already detected and you need to take down all the enemies. It's also giving you additional grenades, and also increasing crouched movement speed and keeping you move more silently. and also increases adrenaline gains from sneaking near hostile enemies and enemy patrols. And also the third alternative, if these two sets, Crimson Rain and Outlaw sets, not for you, if you are still struggling a lot, and if enemies killing you all the time, there is another set, why we've been talking about Ashiga Clan set. Let me find this set and put it on my character. It's not the set. You can see you can see which set is this by the mark. You can see this yellow marks. It tells you what this set, what this item, which item are connected with which set. So yeah, it's a Ashiga Clan set, and third part of this set is let me see. It's not here. It's not here. Yeah, here it is. And Ashiga Clan set called Kijimi Explorer. And this set greatly reduces damage taken at low health, and in addition also defeating enemies while at low health with Case Blaster triggers super cooling. So what this set does, it's keeping you alive. It's the most tanky set in the game currently. So this is why you need to upgrade your reputation, to level up your reputation with Ashiga Clan till the excellent mark, and to fulfill excellent mark to get this set, because it's the best set to survive everything in this game. But still, Outlaw set is the best. But if you need to play stealthy, you swap to Crimson Dawn set, or if you're struggling, if you can't tank a lot of damage, and if you feel that you are under very big press, for example from Empire in some missions, especially on Tatooine, you can simply swap to Kijimi Explorer set, again with everything the same, with the same food, with the same charms, major and minor charms, and be tanky with this set, with Kijimi Explorer set. Also, in terms of stats, this set reduces damage taken from blast and projectile weapons, and also increases the amount of adrenaline gained when taking damage, and also increases Bacta while carrying capacity, and fully restore health upon taking lethal damage, and also greatly reduces damage taken from explosions when crouched, rolling, or sliding. In addition to our charm, you can see you can keep sliding or slicing to reduce damage. So you need to swap Sunset Pebble with a set to Weathered Seashell Charm to get this wonderful synergy. And in addition, Legs, giving you 2 additional bonuses, greatly reduces damage taken explosion when crouched, rolling, or sliding, like we've been talking about, and also health begins to regenerate sooner after taking damage. In terms of our abilities, we'll talk abilities first, and after that we will talk about Blaster, different mods, because there are a lot of different mods or to our Blaster, not mods, but different regimes of alternative fire regimes. So we'll talk about different alternative fire modes. So we'll talk which one the best in every category. So in terms of abilities or our skills, what you need to unlock. Of course, you will need to unlock Cantina Brawling, but it's from the bartender teacher, but it's a default skill you will get simply just unlocking, simply just coming through the story and talking with a very important story-related character at the beginning of your story. Also, you will need to unlock lockpicking, quite obvious, because it's still story-related thing, and you will need it to play through the story, and you will need it a lot. And another thing you will need a lot to also have another very important synergy. We'll talk about synergy a little bit later. Fast talk skill that allows K to quickly react to nearby alerted enemies and delay their reaction. So you simply just press one button when enemy is detecting you, and during this time enemies won't attack you, and during this time you have an opportunity to use your ultimate or your super to kill everyone in the room without simply being detected, because it's delaying not only enemies' reaction, but also it's delaying time when enemies trying to use alarm. And in a lot of missions, enemies using alarm means that you are failing mission and you need to start the mission again from the beginning. So keep talking. You don't need this passive because it's not helping you. It's not something that will save you. You only need this fast talk skill to get this opportunity to delay reaction of enemies. You don't need to extend reaction because we have a lot of our adrenaline, we have a lot of opportunities to regenerate our ultimate. So when you just simply using this passive fast talk, you simply just need, after that, in a second, you need to use your ultimate. So we don't need to extend this time. It's not something that will it's more useful if you want to keep talking. Is more useful skill if you want to escape from the fight, but we're not running from any fights because we have very strong, very fast ultimate generation to win every single fight in the game. Also, we need armored undershirt that increases maximum case health because health is everything in a lot of games, and Star Wars Outlaws is not an exception. And also, I know someone that unlocks an ability to send for fully personal request, find merchants with request category to find new opportunities. Why we need this? To level up your reputation faster, to get every single set you need for this build. I mean Ashiga Clan set and Crimson Dawn set faster, as soon as fastest way possible. In terms of our mechanic teacher, you will unlock at the second planet, Qi'ra. We will need to unlock speed boost, of course. It's again a default skill you will unlock simply for completing the mechanic teacher storyline. Also, we need speeder jump because it helps you a lot again in terms of different races, because you will play through a lot of races and pursuits through the storyline. Treasure hunter also helps you a lot to get new gear, especially to unlock new charms. You need a lot of charms for this build. You need 4 minor charms and 1 major charm. So it helps you to much easier find new charms and new resources and different very useful items for your character, for your build, for your speeder bike, and for your ship. Also, we need smoke bomb passive that helps you to create a dense smoke area which obfuscates vision, that helps you again to survive simply everything with Crimson Dawn set, and Scoundrel's Pouch, which increases amount of your health items and grenades by 2. With Outlaws Pouch and Scoundrel Pouch passives. You need these 2 passives. In terms of our next expert, Slicer, you will need to unlock again Slicing Kit because it's story-related thing. You will need through the story. You will need a concussive smoke that helps you to stagger enemies with your smoke bombs, that helps you even more with your Crimson Dawn set to one-shot enemies simply from smoke and to avoid detection. Also, you need Sneaky Trap, very extremely helpful thing to play stealthy, and even if you want to rush with fighting all the time, it still helps you a lot, because in a lot of missions, even if you are rushing, if you are not playing stealthy, it helps you simply it prevents enemies from using alarm panels, so you can simply just have fun shooting everyone and everything, and enemies won't raise alarm, so you won't fail mission if you are not playing stealthy. So you just simply unlock this passive, and you just simply call Nix to trap alarm panels like you are doing in Watch Dogs, when you simply can also use different traps near alarms, etc., etc. Very similar to that. Also, you need light-footed passive that reduces noise K makes while walking and sprinting, halving the enemy detection distance. You can see on this little video how close you can be to the enemies, so enemies not listen, not hear what you are doing, not hear your steps. And also need Slice Kit upgrade, because it's simply helping you if you want to play stealthy, especially if you are preferring Crimson Dawn set. It helps you to use additional energy, additional models, additional bonuses from your slicing kit. In terms of our scavenger expert or teacher, you need, again, Hardware Repulsor you will unlock through the main storyline. Electroshock Prot helps you to take down even elite strong enemies. This requires 2 shots. You will simply just use your takedown button from the back of the enemy, and you will simply just one-shot every single enemy, even elite enemies that have a lot of health. Also, you will need Ion Smoke Bomb that helps you again against droids and some other devices. You can simply just use your Smoke Bomb to simply distract and disable everything, all the devices around, including droids. Also, you need assisted scavenging. This helps you, especially if you want to play stealthy, helps sneaks to collect everything for yourself. And scavenger's footwear, it also increases movement speed while crouching by a medium amount. So your K will also, in addition, in synergy with these two passives, previous passive from the previous expert and this passive, your K will, your character will simply just move as fast as she is doing without crouching. And also you will need Survivor that also additionally increases K's maximum health. In terms of veteran, and if you're wondering why I have 9 experts and you have only 8 slots of experts, you will need, when you unlock a character called ND7, your team member, he will tell you that he hears some strange signals around the universe, and you will need to just fly in the space and to collect these yellow boxes to get these signals. And when you get enough signals, and when you reach when you reach one particular point of the main storyline, ND7 will tell you that now he can unlock the signals, and you will need to play through the very interesting, very lore connected, especially connected with the first, second, and the third episodes of the movies of Star Wars, main movies. Very interesting quest, and after that you will unlock new expert called the Veteran. And here you will need, again, you will unlock this decryption module. It's a story related skill. Also, you will need to increase your health with Improvise passive, and you will need to unlock Adept passive in addition to additionally increase the amount of health instantly recovered by backed vials and without affecting their over-time regeneration. Also, very useful skill. Here we're skipping several skills, but what we will need is Slice Kit additional upgrades, additionally increase amount of energy for the Slicing Kit by 2, and also helping us to use additional models, even more models during hacking and during unlocking different terminals. In terms of the Mercenary Expert, you will need several passives. Can I try that? It's again story related, that helps you to use even more weapons around the game. So you simply just start the game with your blaster or with your super or your ultimate, and all the time, all the rest time, you can simply just use your enemy's weapons, so you have even more weapons for you to have fun with, to play with. And I like this thing, increases amount of pickup weapon ammunition by 25%, because different weapons, different sniper rifles, different machine guns, SMGs, LMGs, different auto rifles, they're very strong in this game. Even some shotguns you can find in the game. And in this game it's very interesting mechanic of different guns. You have only one gun at the beginning of every fight, your blaster, and you will upgrade your blaster through the game. But from your enemies you are getting all the weapons from your enemies have, so you can use these weapons until you have ammunition on these weapons. So this passive, I like this thing, will additionally increase amount of pickup weapon ammunition by 25%. It's quite a lot. Also you will need Sharpshooting passive to increase adrenaline generated by headshots by a high amount, and it's getting you a lot of adrenaline addition to every other our adrenaline sources. And also very useful, but not something you will need. It's two mandatory skills, but I highly recommend it to unlock Loop Maneuver and Top Roll Maneuver. That helps you to avoid with your ship, with Trailblazer, a lot of enemies, rockets, and all your enemies' attacks with simply just pressing 2 buttons, especially if you're playing controller. So it's very helpful, it's very strong passives, but again, it's mandatory if you don't want. If you think that you are quite good with your ship, with Trailblazer, you can simply skip this and not get these 2 skill points. And 3 last experts. From Gunslinger you need only 2 passives. Again, upgrade Adrenaline Rush, so you can increase the maximum number of targets by 2, as well as enabling marketing objects such as explosive barrels. That helps you a lot, again, to mark more enemies, to use our ultimate even more effectively. And in addition to that, it also helps you to target different objects, like for example different barrels here and different other fiery objects. That also helps you a lot to take down a lot of enemies in a single shot. And another thing you will need from the gunslinger expert is the more skill that allows K to mark one extra target during adrenaline rush. So now you can target up to 6 targets in a row. And even more of that, you want to unlock the better skill. I still didn't unlock the skill, I just got the more skill, but if you want, it's not mandatory, but it's something that you really want, the better skill. It's quite maybe difficult for some, will be for some to unlock the skill, because you need to defeat Death Troopers in a row, and to fight with Death Troopers, with the hardest enemies from the Empire, you will need to raise your Empire level, Empire Pursuit level till the highest. If I remember correctly, it's the 6th level, so you need to mess with Empire quite a lot, and you need to stay alive to get Death Troopers. And after that, you will need to visit Death Troopers camp when you reach the highest level of Empire's Pursuit. And to kill Death Troopers in a row, you need to kill 3 Death Troopers. So it may be difficult for you, but it's not something impossible, especially if you are playing Ashiga clan set. So it helps you to use your to mark tougher enemies twice during adrenaline rush, so you will simply just one-shot even high-tier enemies with a lot of armor, simply using your adrenaline rush. So again, it helps you even be more effective and more lethal with your super. And in terms of the last 2 experts, the hotfixer, you need everything from the hotfixer, but don't be afraid. It's not something difficult to unlock. You simply just need several resources to unlock everything. It's the easiest teacher in the game to unlock everything. Laser turrets, to use your laser turrets, that will automatically blast enemies from your ship and automatically auto-aim your enemies from your ship. Improved grenades, which increases radius and damage dealt by grenade by 50% each. It's given a lot of damage now and killing a lot of enemies with single grenade. And also enchants Bacta Injector, that's quite obvious what it's doing. It's increasing amounts of health instantly recovered by Bacta Injector, and Magnetic Dice that also will help you through some quests, because you will need to play Kessel Sabak in some quests, and even in Land Calrissian quests, little spoiler. So it will help you a lot during this quest, and also Sabak, one of the best ways to get additional money in this game. One of the best ways to get money in this game, credits. And also any cheeky explosions that helps Nyx now to trigger grenades are also very useful if you are playing stealthy, and if you want to start a fight, you can simply just ask Nyx to detonate your enemy, because almost every enemy, especially if you are talking Empire enemies, they have grenades, so you can simply ask Nyx to trigger grenades. And Gacha, that decreases merchant prices, increases amount of credits received for selling items by 10% each. That also helps you to get more resources, to get all the upgrades for Blaster and for everything else. And in terms of the last expert, Land Calrissian, now you can see that yes, this guy is also present in this game, and he will be present in the next DLC. Units Plan A and Plan B passive allows K to perform a double draw at Kessel Sabak, and also helps you a lot to get more money from Kessel Sabak. And why you need to play Kessel Sabak and why in general you need Land Calrissian skills, because to get skill line from Land Calrissian you will need to play Sabak. This is why we've got these several passive to be more effective in Sabak, because Land Calrissian, after you win something for him in the Sabak game, he will give you additional very strong passive called Plan B that provides components needed to craft the Heavy Blaster model. And Heavy Blaster model is something very, very strong in this game. Not the best model, by the way, but it's still a very strong model. And the best passive through the Land Calrissian skill line is just Improvise. After a fast stop ORS sequence, this is what we've been talking about. about about delaying arrest, why we needed this passive. Because with Lens Calrissian skill line and just improvise skill, after fast stock or arrest sequence, instantly provides a very high, this skill instantly provides a very high amount of adrenaline. So you simply start a fight, especially when you need to play stealthy but you don't want to play stealthy, you come to the enemies, they detect on you, you are pressing your button to delay your arrest or you delay detection, and you already have the full adrenaline. So now you can use your ultimate, and with all other passives we've been talking about, when you reached the highest amount of enemies you can target with your ultimate, and when your ultimate is now can target even tougher enemies and one-shot these enemies, now you can do crazy amount of damage with the highest your ultimate regeneration possible in the game. And the last several things we need to talk about is your ship and your speeder bike, and of course your blaster. We will start with blaster. In terms of blaster, you will need in plasma mode, you will need to unlock rapid configuration, because it's dealing less, it's doing the least damage, the lowest damage through this whole three configurations, but with the highest fire rate. So your total damage, your damage with one bullet, with one shot, will be the lowest, but your total DPS with you shooting your blaster every second will be the highest through this whole three, because your fire rate compensate everything, and you're doing quite crazy amount of damage. You can see on this little video at the right side of the screen how fast you are shooting with your blaster. So you need to upgrade everything in a rapid configuration. In terms of your iron configuration, you need to unlock Surge, because Surge configuration does quite a lot of damage to different mechanisms and droids, and also it's everything. You will need to unlock everything to blaster, so your blaster can fire more shots before overheating, and also to reduce in time before shots, and also to increase overall range and damage of your shot. And in terms of power configuration, best power configuration is Pulse configuration, because it helps you to charge your shot to do even more damage. So again, you will need all three upgrades with Pulse power configuration. In terms of our last two things we'll need to talk about is our speeder and our ship, because in sometimes you will need to survive through some battles in space and through some battles on your speeder. So in terms of weaponry, best weapon you can use is Splash burst cannons. They're doing quite a lot of amount of damage. It's doing burst damage, so it's not shooting like a regular rifle. It's shooting like pulse rifle, especially if you are familiar with Destiny. You understand what I mean. So you're shooting several burst, 1 second delay, burst, 1 second delay, something like that. So you're not shooting all the time. It has some downsides, this cannon, but still it's doing the highest damage in the game, possibly. So it's the best cannon on your ship, possibly, at least currently in the standard edition of the game. In terms of your launcher, you're using iron missiles, because it's doing the highest damage in the game, and also it can disable ships. And in terms of turrets, the best turret is iron turret. It also fires ionized energy blast and disables ships. With shield, hull, engine, and auxiliary systems is quite obvious, because there are no opportunities to choose between something. So you just upgrade everything, because you will need shield a lot, especially during the last part of the game, because you will have, a little spoiler, a lot of fights in the space, so you'll need to upgrade everything. But in terms of weapons, I said everything. And in terms of our speeder bike, let's come to the speeder bike, our mechanic, and let's talk about last thing we'll need to talk about our speeder, because there are some different upgrades for our speeder you will need to get to be the most efficient, especially during your fights on speeder. Because yes, you can fight on speeder, you can use your ultimate being on speeder. And here is quite everything is quite easy. You simply just need everything, because here you don't have any opportunities to choose from something. You just need to get all the upgrades to be as fastest way as possible on your speeder, because there are a lot of fights on your speeder. So here it is. Here is the best build in the game currently in Star Wars Outlaws. When DLC will come, I think if I'll find something better, I will either make a new build, or I will change some. I will change description or add something to the description. So here it is. You can see everything. It's not something difficult to collect. It's a very easy build to play. You simply just using your ultimate all the time, and you have a lot of adrenaline regeneration and a lot of additional health recovery and different things that's helping you to survive simply everything, even if you're fighting Empire, even if you're at the highest Empire pursuit level, at the 6th pursuit level, when Death Troopers are coming after you. So it's very easy build to play. It's very fun build to play. And in general about this game, it's a wonderful game, especially if you are watching Star Wars different movies series, because currently it's one of the best games in terms, especially in terms of lore. I can say I've played almost every single game of Star Wars universe, and maybe I still didn't play only one game. It's Star Wars The Old Republic MMORPG, but I've played everything starting from Darth Revan story till the Star Wars Jedi Survivor, wonderful game with a lot of secrets, and so much secrets like you've got in Star Wars Outlaws. So a live world, especially when you are coming through Tashara or when you are visiting Mos Eisley, so much lore, so much different Easter eggs, like for example Boba Fett on Tatooine when you are playing through the story, when you are rescuing Nick's. Little spoiler, you will understand when you get this to this point. It's a really awesome game with a lot of really interesting mechanics, with a lot of secrets. You just need to try to uncover the secrets, because this world is full with secrets. You just need to explore it, and this game will reward you with a lot of different Easter eggs, stories, a lot of very interesting locations, very interesting lore, very interesting additional characters you already seen in different movies and series, especially if you watched Mandalorian series, and if you watched Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett, and Han Solo movie, you will see a lot. It's a very connected game with these stories. So yeah, it's really present to every Star Wars fan if you are familiar with this universe. And even if you don't, there are a lot of this game can do this. Just explore this game, and you will see how much this game hides behind behind a lot of layers of very interesting mechanics. So thank you guys a lot for watching this video. Don't forget to click the like button and to check our different guides and builds on our channel. Also check our different Star Wars videos, Star Wars Outlaws videos. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Good luck.